Welcome back to another week and another day of talking about the top indie comics coming out this new comic book day, our second new comic book day of the year. Let's get it started. I do want to throw a shout out though to a manga that's coming out this week as well that I'm really enjoying, and that is Kaiju number 8. We've got the 5th volume of this manga, and it is such a good story. If you are a fan of kaiju type stories and fighting the kaijus from a different different level than like our mech stories, Kaiju number 8 is just such a good story. The characters are very interesting, and the concepts that are going on in this world and how they fight the kaijus is super cool. So highly recommend checking that one out. But now we're going to get into the top 10 indie comic picks for the week. And this new comic book day, January 11th, has a lot of good stuff coming out. A great way to kick off the second week of the year for new comics. And first up in the number 10 spot, we've got from Boom Studios, Specs, issue number 3 of 4 from David M. Boer, Christian, and awesome cover by Skylar Patridge. Definitely recommend Skylar's art if you're looking for some really cool things. Killing it on these covers for Specs. Ted is behind bars at the police station after his wrongful arrest, but he's unfortunately far from alone as an angry mob blames him for Skunk's murder. Kenny is desperate to help, relentlessly searching for the company that created the magic specs. Will a Hail Mary wish be enough to get Ted off the hook and set things right, or will it just drag him deeper into trouble? Number 9 this week, also from Boom Studios, Something is Killing the Children, number 28 from James Tynion and Werther Dell'Edera. As Erica closes in on the duplicitype, another hunter closes in on her. Time is running out for Erica as the ruthless Cutter leaves her with nowhere left to turn. Weakened and unable to flee from a town that's too full of suspicion to trust her, can Erica find a way to save the people of Tribulation before Cutter arrives? Can she even save herself? I'm loving this arc and what's going on with Cutter and the duplicitype. Such a unique new monster to the world. I am glad that they aren't sticking with the same old all the time going on. It would really get boring. I'm really happy to see where the arc has been taking the world, and excited to see how they're going to wrap this arc up in the next little bit here. But this is kind of our not high point, but probably going to have a lot of crazy things happening in this part of the arc. Heading into issue 4, this is probably going to set up a showdown between Cutter and Erica to bring this arc to a close over the next little bit. Number 8 this week, also going to Boom Studios. A lot of Boom books coming out this week. I think there's one more down the line. And this one is for Grimm, number 7 from Stephanie Phillips and Flaviano. It's the highly anticipated second arc continues. Jess's means of moving between the world of the living and the realm of the dead has gone awry. When everyone becomes marked for death, but no one is dying, the consequences could be catastrophic. I love that we got more of the story. I love we learned what was going on with death at the end of the last story, and who Jess really is, and who her character could potentially become in this world. And Stephanie Phillips' writing is phenomenal, and if you haven't checked out any of her stuff, please go do that. Grimm is a great one to start with. Nuclear Family from Aftershock was great, and I have not gotten to read her Harley run yet, but I've heard such good things about her writing on that story. So that was, let's see, we're coming into number 7 here. This one going to Vault Comics for End After End number 5 from Tim Daniel and David Andre. We've got Sunando C on artwork, and this has been such a great story. Vault putting out some quality stories lately, and where are we in this story right now? Alone, Walt finds a sanctuary seemingly untouched by war, but here He'll face an enemy unlike any he has faced before, a conflict that will radically alter his perception of the end after end. Grink will also struggle with a shift in perspective, one that will change his and Walt's relationship forever. The end after end, this world that exists after you die, seems like you're always in this never-ending battle. It seems like they're headed somewhere, but you know, how does our main character Walt's character change as he gets into this world versus who he was in the real the before the end in life? Seems like it's putting him through these trials of character, and I'm loving it. And so that's number 7 this week. Number 6 is a number 1 from Band of Bards. I think this is their second book. I could be wrong. I think it's their second book that's releasing through Diamond, maybe third, but one of their early books. Robin Singer is the writer, Jorge Santiago Jr. on art, and the story is Final Gamble. Issue number 1 of 6 here. Gambling addict Danny Lin and disgraced MMA fighter Jasmine Khanna have both fallen on hard times. Owing an enormous amount of money to a loan shark named Mandy, they are offered the chance to save themselves by winning the money they need in a game of poker against her. Unable to work together, the two men are easily defeated. As a result of their defeat, the two become prisoners of the Mercury Society, a group composed of the richest and most powerful people in the world. In this unforgiving hell, people are forced to fight to the death in an elite gamble for their souls. So, just takes quite a turn there at the end. I have read issue number 1. I picked up a copy. I think this was their Kickstarter copy that they had originally done from Baltimore Comic-Con, and it's phenomenal. Highly recommend checking this one out. I won't be picking up the issue number 1 this week, but I added it starting with number 2 for my pull list because I missed it when it was in the catalog, and then I read this after Baltimore, and I said, I'm adding this to my pool. Again, pre-orders are so important, especially for small publishers like Band of Bards that are not on FOC. So I missed my shot at pre-ordering that. But I think you can still order it through Diamond if it's still available. Also, go to bandofbards.com and order through them if your shop's not getting this one in. Next up, we got the number 5 pick, and this is the last Boom Studios book on the list, I believe. And we have Know Your Station, number 2 of 5 from Sarah Gailey and Liana Kangas. Liana's art, phenomenal. Sarah writing another excellent story. We had Eat the Rich from Sarah in the past, and the horror is heating up in this one for the ultra wealthy in their supposed sanctuary. Elise finds herself dragged deeper into the conspiracy as the last body she wants to go missing does. Even worse, her addiction withdrawals are getting worse and causing terrible hallucinations. But those drug-induced delusions are nothing compared to the gut-wrenchingly grisly discovery she's about to make. This whole idea of the rich and wealthy going into space to get away from a dying Earth and live their lives on this space station, essentially, just seems a little too real. But also, now something's coming for them. Somebody is coming for them and killing them and causing mayhem on the station. So this has been really cool. Issue 2 coming out this week. That's my number 5 pick. Number 4, Blood Moon Comics is bringing us the last issue of Endangered from John McCarthy and Ron Joseph. There's a little delay in getting this one out because of the fact that they were switching printers and getting better paper quality. The quality of paper on Cover the Dead with Lime number 3 was phenomenal. So I'm expecting to see something pretty similar with this one here. John McCarthy's been on the channel. He's a local to New Orleans here. And phenomenal story we got here from Endangered. They got the chilling conclusion of the first arc here. The stakes are set for the final 4 issues. You don't want to miss this one. I know John did post recently on Instagram that going to hold off on going into a second arc for right now. He's working on some other stuff. but he would love to come back to the world of Endangered and see this end. So please pick this up. If you missed the issues, you want to catch up on the whole story, there's a trade paperback coming out soon from Blood Moon, and that I think is going to be the best way to read this. So Endangered number 4 pick. Number 3 this week is a new one from Image Comics, and I've been very picky on new series from Image Comics. So this one is one that I would highly recommend picking up. Writer Kelly Thompson, artist Meredith McLaren, series premiere of Black Cloak number 1. It's an all-new series, Blade Runner style, mixing with saga-esque drama in a delectable fantasy sci-fi blend as 2 black coats try to solve the murder of a beloved prince in Kyros, the last city in the known world, before his murder tips the city into war. The mystery begins in a spectacular triple-length first issue for $4.99. I think that is such a great way to check and see if you want to get in on reading this story and checking out this world, because triple length for $4.99, that's a steal. Black Cloak, number 1, the number 3 pick this week. And number 2 and number 1, I have read these, and I'm going to be working on a review hopefully tonight for each of them. And that is Dead Kingdom. Number 4 is my number 2 pick from Etienne Derpintigny and our indie letterer Jerome Gagnon. Kurt Belcher, I think, on edits. Coming from Red 5 Comics, the undead is marching everywhere they go. Death follows. Has each one who dies is one more for the horde. Cain and his friends still search for his love, but will the sight of what the dead are truly capable of push the group to take a stand? While the actual danger lies in the shadow when a mysterious figure comes to claim his prize. The tease that is going on to the more sinister sorcery side of things that is happening in the Dead Kingdom world is just, it's so good. Etienne knows what he's doing here with the writing and the art, and teasing us about the bigger threat in the world that we see here. It's not just the zombies that we got to be worried about. It is this secret society group that seems to be claiming things, like it says. I'm not gonna say exactly, but I love that tease that's going on. It seems like issue 5 is really going to bring that out. But issue 4, we see some crazy stuff happening with our zombie horde. And the setting that we have here with the kind of the kingdoms and the castles and the city walls just is a fantastic environment for a zombie story. And I highly recommend that you check out this series if you haven't gotten to already. See if your shop can order it for you. If not, check out red5comics.com. See if you can get a copy from there. And number 1 this week, going to Dream Master, number 2 of 5 from Black Box Comics, from Jonathan Hedrick and Luigi Baracelli. When a man is trapped in a frightening carnival, Dream Master must rescue the mortal's sleeping spirit before demonic jesters can capture him. But Dream Master is shaken by a vision of his own past that may lead him to a future encounter with the mysterious Queen of the Night. Again, Luigi Baracelli's artwork is just phenomenal. The details in the backgrounds that we see going on in this story are so good. These extra little things that you can just kind of keep reading through it and eventually pull out something that you missed the first or second time. I love that. I love that there's these probably hidden things in there that are hinting at something more for the story. And our Dream Master, just what he's doing in saving these people from these nightmares is really cool. And the fact that we get, a little bit of dialogue of what his role is and what's going on in the form of him rescuing people and explaining that to them, because they don't know what's going on in their dream. is just a really cool plot device to be able to tell the readers what he's doing and what's going on. When he's not able to show it, the artwork shows so much and isn't put unnecessarily into dialogue. But I'm loving this world that's being crafted by Jonathan and Luigi. It's fantastic. Highly recommend this universe that's being built out here at Black Box Comics. I love this world. It's a cool world to get lost in. And so Dream Master number 2 of 5 is my number 1 pick for New Comic Book Day, January 11th. And that wraps up the top 10. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new, just got here, made it all the way through the video, please subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you know when new videos are dropping. I will be working on editing 3 interviews from Fan Expo New Orleans this weekend. Please stay tuned for those. Check them out when I drop them. I talked with Sweeney Boo, artist that is going to be taking over Harley Quinn, and she did a lot of cool covers for Dark Ride. She did lots of cool covers for Beck Star, so some indie stuff there. She's got her own graphic novel that came out through Boom Studios, so lots of cool thing. We're going to have her on the channel to do a more thorough talk and discussion in the future. Also, Austin Janowski, creator of Stanley the Snowman from Scout Comics, but inker for many years, some stuff with Marvel, also doing these Kickstarter series, Zombies, We're Human 2, fantastic stuff, bringing in creators like Jonathan to write some guest stories in those. And then also talked with Andrea Lorenzo Molinari from Scout Comics. He's also the writer of the Shepherd series that comes from Scout Comics. And so 3 fantastic little mini interviews, and hopefully we'll do some more thorough discussions in the future with all of them here on the channel. So stay tuned for that. I'm also going to do a haul video from Fan Expo New Orleans, and in that haul video talk about my experience and the fun stuff that got to do while I was there. But it's a little brief snippet for you guys. So thanks again, and as always, collect what you love. See you next time.